Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Before I get started, I just wanted to give a huge thanks to the people that watched our last video. I greatly appreciate the feedback, and I will start making more videos relatively soon. They're gonna be more edited, kind of like this one. That last one was just like a raw, unfiltered video. If you guys want more videos like that, just let me know. But for the most part, they're gonna be edited down. But again, just let me know what's up. Another thing I wanted to say is I will start posting investing videos relatively soon. I am really backed up with work and stuff, and I do plan on going back to college, so I'm kind of figuring everything out. So bear with me. If you guys have any questions, feel free to contact me. I might not be able to post content daily, possibly weekly. It just really depends on my schedule. But if you guys have any investing like questions whatsoever, you're more than welcome to either hit me up on YouTube over here, or we also have an Instagram page. Check us out. All right, but anyways, what I wanted to talk about is a video that I saw regarding someone flipping through the pages of a binder at Collecticon, I believe. Not 100% sure, but it's definitely a card show of some sort. Hey guys, just a quick cut in. So what you guys see on the screen is someone flipping through the pages of a binder with relative force. So basically I made a comment saying that it won't damage the cards too much, and people got mad at it. It's like whenever you say something that not the majority of people would agree on, they always want to say something. And little do they know that I'm someone who actually grades a lot of cards, right? I hit a lot of pristine 10s. I hit a lot of PSA 10s. I don't grade with PSA anymore because, you know, like a lot of people have been getting bad luck, but that's beside the point. And then I also get black labels from Beckett. Little do they know about that, right? And they just want to assume that they know everything. But I kind of wanted to talk about this a little bit because I genuinely think in terms of like Pokemon cards, we treat it as this item that's super delicate, and if you touch it in any way, shape, or form, all of a sudden the condition is going to be ruined. Guys, we have to remember that Pokemon cards, or like most cards in general, they're made out of cardboard, okay? They're not made out of stickers or like paper, like Amada stickers, right? Those are like flimsy pieces of paper. Now, if we were talking about Yu-Gi-Oh cards, yes, they are made out of cardboard, but they're super flimsy. So in the video, if those were Yu-Gi-Oh cards, I would be 100% concerned about that, right? Because with that kind of force, you could actually damage the cards. Now, the reason why I say it probably won't do that with Pokemon cards is because they're sturdier than Yu-Gi-Oh cards. The cardboard that they have is thicker than most card games, or at least thicker than Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And so with that being said, since they're thicker than Yu-Gi-Oh cards, they have more sturdiness to them, like I said before, right? So it's harder to damage those cards than Yu-Gi-Oh cards. The reason why I would argue that, you know, despite him flipping like that, it probably won't damage it to the degree of like getting creased. And even if it somehow damages it, I seriously doubt it's gonna put it to a point where it's like gonna go from like a PSA 9 to like a PSA 5, right? And the only reason I say that is because I flip through my binders like that, not with the same force. I don't really agree with the kind of force that I use, but I flip through my pages of my binders relatively the same. And before you guys say, oh, so you're damaging your cards too. Well, I had a card in there that I never planned on grading, decided to grade it, and I hit a black label. And then same case scenario with some other cards that I had. They were in my binder, right? Cards that I wasn't planning on getting graded, and I hit CGC Pristines. Guys, look. Ooh, that's pretty nice right there. Iron Boulder, and then some SIRs. You see? I still gotta fill it up, but you know, you guys get the general gist of it. So either one, I'm quite possibly the luckiest person to walk the earth, Or number two, maybe, just maybe, I know something that most of you so-called collectors know that a lot of you guys don't, because apparently you guys know everything under the sun, when half of you guys don't even have a collection. And then even if you do, it's like less than like 200 bucks, and you're trying to prove to me, someone who grades thousands of cards and has invested a lot of money into this hobby, you're trying to tell me like how the hobby works? Okay, I mean, if you want to think you know everything, by all means, go ahead. Show me how you grade your PSA 8s. Show me how you grade your raw cards, your mod play cards. Show me how you could hit those PSA 10s. I'll wait. I know a lot of people, especially nowadays, they have trouble getting PSA 10s. I hit them like it's nothing. Now, I don't really grade with PSA anymore, but when I was grading with them, I think I graded like 100 cards or something, and out of those 100 cards, I had like 80 to 90 PSA 10s. So I would think I know what I'm talking about. And I will admit, there was a bunch of Japanese Pokemon cards in there, but there was also a good amount of English. So I would think I have a good track record. But then again, all you so-called collectors that know what you're talking about and have heard stuff from the internet, or possibly like look at videos online, you guys know what you're talking about, right? You guys don't have to like listen to someone who's actually graded and actually invested money into this hobby. But you know, it's fine. You guys could do whatever you want, right? But yeah, that's the general gist of it. I just wanted to talk about this like psychological warfare that we kind of have in our brains, thinking that like, oh, if we were to do anything to this card whatsoever, it's not gradable. Guys, I literally have a friend of mine that dropped a whole stack of top-loaded cards on the ground, and they all still 10. I mean, granted, they are top-loaded, okay? They're not like, you know. But another case scenario, I actually dropped a couple cards on the floor. Like, they were in sleeves, but they dropped on the floor, okay? And they still hit 10s. I think we just have to get over this psychological warfare of anything happening to the cardboard automatically becomes like a PSA 6. And it's like, no, it's not because of the card, it's because you guys are submitting to PSA, when PSA is not even that reliable. I'm sorry to say that. I like PSA 10s, but like, yeah, like there's a lot of people having really bad luck, and they just assume because they did something wrong, when in reality, half of the fault is towards the actual company, okay? Like, how can you get a PSA 6, resubmit, and then you hit a PSA 9? How does that work, guys? Come on, like, use your head. But yeah, that's like the big issue right now. That's why PSA is known as please submit again, you know? I could submit to PSA, and I could probably do well. I might not, I don't know. But I'd rather grade with CGC and Beckett, because they have higher like profit margins if I were to hit like pristines or even black labels. And then also it just makes more sense for me because I like collecting higher end stuff like that, because PSA 10s, they're capped, right? I'd rather have pristine 10s and black labels over PSA 10 because I'm an investor in the hobby and I'd rather have the higher end stuff. That's me. Now, I understand most of you guys might like PSA more than the other companies, and that's totally fine. But as an investor, I'd rather have higher graded stuff and things that have more profit margins. So that's where CGC Pristines come in, CGC Perfects, BGS Pristines, and BGS Black Labels come in for me personally. And then also, I'd rather spend like $11.20 at CGC, having the potential of hitting a CGC Pristine, over spending 20 bucks for PSA just to get like a 6 or something. Again, that's a personal preference. You guys could grade with whatever grading company you want. It just depends on what you're looking for and what's more convenient. But me personally, I'd rather do CGC and Beckett. But at the same time, I feel like if I were to submit with PSA again, I feel pretty confident that I could hit a lot of 10s. I've had a good track record. Maybe I was just lucky, or maybe I just know how to grade stuff. I don't know. But yeah, I kind of wanted to talk about this, guys, because we can't treat Pokemon cards like they are Amada stickers. Amada stickers, in case you guys didn't know, are like pieces of paper that could actually be easily damaged. And I know this for a fact because I tried cleaning one of those for submission and I actually scratched it. That's how delicate they are. Now, if they were made out of pieces of paper like that, like Amada stickers, Mother Mia stickers, like etc. All these niche things, they're all made out of like actual pieces of paper, then I would totally understand everybody in the comments. But guys, these are pieces of cardboard. And then also, side note, if you're planning to grade it, like why would they put it out in a binder? Like guys, think about it. Why would they put 10 contenders in a binder like that? And let's say that they are 10 contenders. Most of the time, if not all the time, they're not a card even worth grading for. It's like most of the time it's just junk. Like I don't know what the big issue is. I think people in this hobby are just so brain dead that they don't even know how to think. Like I genuinely think that's where we're headed right now. Or maybe we're there already, I don't know. Or maybe that's how we do things. Maybe we all criticize each other based off of what we see online, with our collection being like $200 to $300 instead of like, you know, listening to someone that's like actually invested in this. Who knows? I don't know. But yeah guys, that's the end of the video. Like I said, I'm going to start making more investing videos soon. I'm going to try to put some time and effort into them, and I'll try to pump them out as soon as possible. But like I said, I'm just pretty busy right now, but I'll try my best. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time.